So I got some free time today. I mean, free time is not really free when you're trying to make things happen, but it means I'm not at work. But I was actually able to finally get those Air Jordan 1 Black Satins in, and we can go ahead and talk about them because nothing about what I first thought has changed. Is actually worse when it comes to grade school pairs. TJ back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ 2 Swoosh Chains. What is going on, everybody? Thank you again so much for tuning into this video. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, and I'll save all the other pleasantries for the very end. No, I don't work today. I don't work this whole weekend. Bless up, it is Super Bowl weekend. So I'm gonna have like a short video for you tomorrow. We'll have videos through the week. I am going to try and restructure some things where like maybe Thursdays, maybe Sundays I don't have videos, just because that gives me like one less thing of content that I need to prep and prepare and get done for you. So hopefully you understand that, but I'm still gonna bring content for you on a very consistent basis because that's exactly what I've always, made a strive to do. So this Air Jordan 1 Black Satin, we know this came out already this year. It's one of the very first shoes to really pop off for 2024 Jordan Brand. A lot of people are asking me like, hey, are you going for it? It's a clean Jordan 1 colorway. Don't you love Jordan 1s? I do, hands down. I love the whole black, white, red aspect of a Jordan. A lot of anything. You guys see the shirt that I'm wearing, all right? So I am a fan of that, and the Bred colorway pictures that are behind me by Hang Your Soul. Fan of that. But there are always some differences, some nuances that come along with grade school pairs versus men's pairs, and to be honest, some of us have just come to understand like there will be that level of we don't care as much, and you have to learn to suck it up, or you hope and pray that there may be a release in men's sizes that go down to just like you know how they have extended women's sizes that go to larger sizes. Sometimes as a grade school size you have to hope they go down small enough where you keep the same men's quality but you have still a GS size. That does mean sometimes you lose the vantage point of price when it comes to grade school size. And what I'm talking about is looking at the Air Jordan 1 Black Satin in hand. On men's pairs, I guarantee you it's probably different. On the kids' pairs, the satin doesn't even really look satin. Now, based on MJL23 Dan's video, I do remember when he was talking about the Black Toe 1 Satin, because we know that's a shoe that was just a women's release, and a lot of people had something to say about that not being the same type of satin release as the Shattered Backboard 1 Satin. I 100% agree, it's different. I have both of those shoes. But that, I remember MJL said that, satin is more so how the fabric is woven together, not necessarily the material, but how the fabric itself is woven together. And now that I'm looking at I got a chance to look at the shoe and think about it, it looks more like a synthetic material on the shoe, nothing closely even resembling satin. And based on how the light hits it, especially if you see it in person, it almost does have like a graphite look where it's not really like a true black. And I understand that can be a turn off for some people. For me, it was kind of a turn off for the shoe. First off, the shoe it wasn't enough for me. Same kind of like the Black Cat. If I'm gonna get a predominantly all black shoe, I don't know that it would necessarily always be a Jordan because you have a lot of options out there. But for this one, like, I was just underwhelmed. Like once I got it in hand, it was like this is it. Like this is it. Pass. I did pass. I always think that sometimes once I see a shoe in hand, and you may be asking me like, why are you just now seeing it in hand? Listen, if you've ever worked on the backside of this whole sneaker thing in terms of retail, so being in a store, the way that shipment works, all stores don't get all of their pairs at the exact same time. As Jordan Brand will continuously move dates around like they did with the Black Cat 4, that can have an effect on when shipment comes in. And sometimes, especially when it comes to like the kid side of things, you can get, you know, shoes in and merch in terms of clothing that goes with it or is part of that campaign, either 2 weeks early or 2 weeks late. It just really depends. And that's kind of the where we fell, where we got the black satin one just later than when they originally came out. Now, not to say people weren't checking for them, because the second they saw them on the shelf, they flew off the shelf. People still wanted them. They flew off the shelf. And same with that women's dynamic yellow, floral, and white Jordan 1 mid. I guess it's a mid for kids, so somewhat a high for grade school. It flew off the shelf. It did. It flew off the shelf. So not to say that it didn't sell well, but it wasn't even really the appearance of a satin shoe. So missed the mark there with grade school. Men's pairs, I just have to believe they looked better than what the grade school pair does. And there's always going to be differences typically when it comes to grade school and men's pairs. And people don't always know this, which is what's interesting to me, because they will make a statement of that shoe looks different. And then we know they follow up with, I'm not saying it's fake, but I'm not saying you probably don't know that there are differences, grave differences between men's, grade school, preschool, and infant. Like preschool, oftentimes they don't even have a visible air bubble for Air Jordans, period. Versus grade school will have that visible air bubble, and then you get to men's and they have a better quality of material, execution, hang tag, aesthetic of a box. All of this other stuff will come along with a men's pair at the price point they sell for, as opposed to a grade school pair, as opposed to preschool, and all the way down to infant and crib. So just keep that in mind, okay? Know all of kind of the game, that there are going to be pairs that look totally different because they are grade school. That also means the quality and the execution of them to me is different, and I do think Jordan Brand just fell short when it came to the black satin one, really looking like black satin on this shoe. So you guys can comment below, let me know what you think. This was just a short video on a Saturday. I have a whole lot more other things I got to get to. So as always, act your age and not your shoe size. Peace. I'm just going to come back and so you guys can know, yes, the 10K giveaway is still going on. Appreciate all of you. Make sure that if you are subscribed, that you've entered that giveaway. The details are below. If you are not subscribed and you're brand new here, go ahead and subscribe. Part of it is following me on Instagram, so you guys can see right there. Boom. Okay, there I am. TalkSideWith.TJ. You go ahead and subscribe to me, and then make sure that you subscribe to my sponsors that are listed below, as well as 2 of the owners' pages, and comment to Swoosh Crew on the to Swoosh Crew on the giveaway video. That's also below. So as always, thanks for dropping by. Peace.